Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes Report. And so over the past 24 hours, there's some updates, there's a mix, some no good for Ukrainians, mostly good for the Russians. So we're gonna go, so I just go through the overall. There's changes in Hlyboke, Pivnishne, Zalizne, Luzovatske, Novosilka, Persha, Kostiantynivka. So we're going to go into the Kharkiv front at Hlyboke. So based on the latest information from Russian sources, they have recaptured Hlyboke. So this comes after the Ukrainians have managed to re-enter, some long time ago, and the Russian forces have seemingly, I don't know, this one only Russian claim, to have retaken Hlyboke. So we shall see how this goes. The Ukrainian side, the Ukrainian mapping, the sources, the Ukrainian source have not been giving up much information these 2 days, so we don't have much to work with. So after Hlyboke, the next frontline change, we jumped all the way to the New York front. So just now we were here. No, now we go here. No, very far away. And over at the New York front, we have some updates over at a Pivnishne. So there is a geolocation of Russian shelling over in the high-rise building zone. So the fact that the Russian forces shelled here means that Ukrainians have confirmed to have at least part of a big part of this high-rise zone in the Pivnishne region. So which means that the Ukrainian forces at some point have definitely confirmed to have retaken this position, or they basically the Ukrainians have always claimed to have this position, so it basically invalidates Russian claims. So that's about it over at Pivnishne. And then the next frontline change is over at Zalizne. Over this location, similar situation, there is shelling, is part of the same report, so invalidating some of these Russian claims previously, or not Russian claims, but based on the mapping, the Ukrainians have mapped it somewhat like this. So we have now confirmation that at least the Ukrainians have retaken part of this forest, and the Russians probably have this high ground around here. So the forest definitely would help to provide some cover from this high ground. But it's going to be difficult. The Ukrainians is not in a very, very good position. As you can see, this is a massive salient here, and there's a potential and massive encirclement may develop as this war goes on for the next 2 weeks. We shall see how this goes. The next frontline change after Zalizne is over at Luzovatske, over at the Avdiivka front. As you can see, this is much bigger. This is the only part where the Ukrainian mapping and Ukrainian sources have updated. So in this area here, Russian forces have expanded control over at Luzovatske region, over on the western part of this settlement. Definitely confirming, they have full control over this area. They have also expanded control over at this little mushroom in the south, near Progress, and it looks like the Ukrainian forces indeed have positions around here, and they have not been given the order to retreat based on the Ukrainian information, as per mentioned yesterday. In both reports I mentioned this, and this front line is merely 400 meters. Is going to be shot through. If there is Russian troops over at these two corners, so I think I need to zoom in a bit. So Russian forces is now holding this entire forestry or forest region or plantation, and similarly this little mushroom over here has been taken by the Russian forces. So this distance between these two is merely 400 meters. It's not crossable. It's just not crossable. The distance is too short. Assault rifle have an effective range up to 400 meters. So basically, 400 meters is a bit difficult to hit, but 200 meters definitely you hittable. Like the guy that shot Trump with an AR-15 was only like 150 meters. So and then he got a headshot. It's just that Trump turned at the very last minute, so it missed Trump. But that shot was a hit. Is a headshot. It was an on-target shot. Of course, there is some rumors about that, being a second shooter or whatnot, but I do not know. So Ukrainian forces defending, in this south of Luzovatske is in deep trouble. They wouldn't be able to get out, and even if they get out, there is a potential move of the Russians, closing up further in the second, door, second exit. It's bad. It's bad. If there's any Ukrainian troops over here, most likely they're gonna end up surrendering. I don't think they will fight all the way to the end, as per what the Ukrainian command may seem to want them to do. Yeah, unfortunate situation. I really expected better. And there is some claim that this may not be true, but that is becoming a Ukrainian infighting between the old scenes and whatnot. But Deep State UA is very, very credible source. It's as credible as it goes. So we shall see how this goes. I have very little to doubt Deep State UA's information, because other than when they try to cope about their own situation, which try to reduce the pain, the emotional damage. Usually they have been or they demonize the Russians. Usually they are very, very accurate when it comes to information. So, and they work with the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Ukrainian forces on the ground actually use Deep State UA's mapping to understand the overall situation. So yeah, they have a very, very huge influence in Ukraine. So over at Novosilka, Persha, based on the latest report from Ryba, they claim that Novosilka, Persha has been captured. Based on their mapping, Russian forces have taken the entirety. What we have is the Russian forces raising their flag at this very location. This only can confirm that the Russian forces have taken this area here. However, based on the situation, as I mentioned before, it is impossible for the Ukrainians to hold this position. Withdrawal from Novosilka, Persha is almost a certainty. So Russian forces capturing the Novosilka, Persha is predictable. But I can only put this as a claim, because as I think we need to wait for better information, not better information, but corroborating information from the Ukrainian side. I think Deep State UA is going to update the map. They would have no choice because of this flag raising. I think within the next 24 hours, we're going to see the Ukrainian side conceding that Novosilka, Persha has been fallen to the Russians, and then we can update this to a flag. And the Russian Defense Ministry, at least at this point of this recording, have not announced the capture of Novosilka, Persha. They may do this in a few hours' time when the Russian report come out, their 12 noon report. So, but anyway, this is the frontline change over Novosilka, Persha. It marks the end of the battle, I guess. And then the battle still continues over to Mezove. So the war is still long. There's still a lot of settlements to go. You can see. Yeah, are you dizzy now? Yes. So press the like button. And the last frontline change is over at Kostiantynivka. So in the Donetsk front, Kostiantynivka, we haven't have a lot of news. Now we have new news. So Russian forces geolocated to have sent forces into the edge of Kostiantynivka, and thus begins the battle of Kostiantynivka. So we have been waiting for this for some time already. The Russian forces finally seems to be ready to launch an attack and start the battle of Kostiantynivka. They start from the southeastern edge. Let's see how this goes. I think the Russians may attack. Let me use another color. They may attack from the south as well. If not, this one angle is a bit scary, a bit dangerous, a bit hard to achieve their objectives. But anyway, Ukrainians are going to have their work cut out again. Yet another big battle. Just ending Novosilka, Persha. Here starts the Kostiantynivka region. So let's see how this goes. So anyway, these are the frontline changes report, and let me see. Yeah, so I covered everything. So thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends and family and contacts. If they are interested in following the war, especially if you feel like they are very deluded, thinking that the Ukrainians are winning big times and killing 10 Russians for every Ukrainian soldiers, you can slap them and break them up. Again, I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye bye.